Uh, it says live. Uh, Welcome to Chatty Coffee Crew. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, they love me. Wow, get out of here. And the horse you rode in on. Well, ladies and... Hi, Bob. Anyhow, welcome to Chatty Coffee Crew. We've got a fantastic episode today. You might be saying, no, you don't. Well, we do, because, obviously, we showed up to work. And believe you me, there's one thing we haven't been doing recently, maintaining a consistent schedule. That's right, been fairly inconsistent. You might be saying, well, Shyzabox, we don't miss you. Keep off the waves. It's like, yeah, fair enough. But, we got to peddle our wares and, make do and show up and make a video or two, because that is how we're trying to get around the system of, putting in hard work, things of that nature. But, believe you me, if there's one thing that we needed to do today, not only was it touch base with all ones of our fan, hi again, Mom, but we needed to go ahead and, yes, wish that of a happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans and all those who celebrate. And we need to do a special thanks to all those veterans who are no longer present with us, with which to celebrate Veterans Day as well. So, hats off to them. A moment of moments. All right. Well, they have afforded us the opportunity and ability to be here with you. Well, they afforded you the opportunity to do with as you wish. That's right. Way to go, Internet. We knew there was something about them veterans you liked. But there's one thing that we wanted to do today, obviously. Like we said, it was touch base. It was have a little bit of a, Chatty Coffee Crew hangout session with which we could sit back and, go over the accolades of, whatever we deem worthy of going over accolades thereof. Believe you me, we should have planned it out a lot better, but we didn't. Well, come on, Internet. What'd you expect us to put in effort for a show? We don't do that, obviously, because you don't pay us to. So, believe you me, as much effort went into it as much payment went into it. That's zero. So, you get what you get. I wish other stuff was on. Well, a lot of people wish other stuff was on, but it's not, or it is. Send a better link in the chat so everyone can leave. Because, believe you me, if you thought that this was going to get much better, we're just going to start peddling our wares. And we have ones of them, and we have love hearts coming in. Yes, hi, thank you for the love of the hearts. Well-deserved and earned. Well, someone thought so. Hey, we deserve those love hearts. We showed up to work today. That's right. Or else what would you be watching? Something good. Now, fair enough. But looks like you're out of options. So, we wished Happy Veterans Day. We did a small little hats off moment in silence, okay, for those of who have afforded us the opportunity to hang out, have our cup of joe, drink from the skulls of our enemies, and maintain that of which is Veterans Day. Maintaining it in the confines of our mind that we are afforded the opportunity to do with that as we do because of those who have done that which they have. So, believe you me, when you're sitting around and thinking to yourself like, oh man, it's great that we have school off now. Well, it is great that we have school off now. Veterans Day should have probably long since been a federal holiday where everything closed down. They should give kids off the day of school once, 2, 3 times over. Give them almost like, a 4 or 5 day weekend or something, however it works out on the calendar. But it is well deserved and well justly due and well should have been a federal holiday for some time now. But believe you me, it is great that regardless of how or why things are, as they are, shut down as they were, or are, whatever, it is nice that for the first time in we can remember, the just due for the day is actually justly done for everything being pretty much shut down in almost like observance of a holiday with which it should be. Such a monumental plethora of accolades and thanks are justly due to all the men's and the women's who have served in the armed forces and everything like that. And for them to have never had a actual shutdown day or anything like that, it's a grievous error in the calendar system when we're celebrating things on a daily basis like National Donut Day, National Hot Dog Day, National French Fry Day, National Stick Your Head Up Your Yazzle Day, okay? The point is that we're keeping up with all this crap, and while we have the other stuff on the calendar, it was never justified or dignified as a thing. Wait, is that a Chinese flag behind you? Ah! No, it's not, actually. It is. Okay, well, we don't usually like to do this, but no, it's not. It's actually, it's a lotus on there, and it is a lotus. Not a Chinese flag, but that is Chinese characters. Good observance, yes, and the color scheme is there as well. But it equates to the equivalent of Happy Good Life New Year birthday. That's a horrible translation. That's not true. It's like that, but it's not. Okay? But believe you me, good eye. Yeah, we're working on the studio. Work harder. Now, no. Anyhow, the point is that where were we? No, that's not. Yeah, no. But good eye. Yeah, very well could have been. We could have been indoctrinating you, and you wouldn't have even known it. Well, you would have known it. No one else would have. Anyhow. Oh, thank God. I thought for a second you were a communist. What? A communist? We don't make enough money to be a communist. Wait a minute. We do. We don't make shit. Buy our books. Buy our books or we're going to be a communist. Or no, we're not. We're joking. We have, look, pickled punk philosophy. Oh, it's backwards. It's soaked in brine. This is for, those punk rockers that want to philosophize and they can't really get in it. Or say you want a kid's book. Secret Demon Doc. Oh, it's a kid's book. It's a chapter book. Kids could read it and be like, oh, I found a misspelled word. Ah, shit. Okay, maybe you don't want to get them that one, okay? Get them Meatballs on Mondays. We don't have a copy of that right here. Buy it. It's on Amazon. Or, you love poetry. Oh, okay, you don't love poetry. Okay, fair enough. Well, we wrote a poetry book. Hey! Oh, fair enough, it's a poetry book. Okay, we see where you're going, Internet. But, look, there's poems and stuff in it. Look, and look, commentary. Yes, we do commentary as well. Buy it. No way, your books suck. Well, fair enough. We have custom 3D printed buttons. Where can you get those? I don't know. We got to start a Kickstarter or something. You can only buy our books now. Our Kickstarter's failed. You didn't buy our shit, Internet. Hey! It's messed up. Where can I find it? You can find any of our books on Amazon.com. You can order it in digital version or you can order it in paperback version. We are doing some hardcovers, but we got to do everything ourselves, so it takes us a while. But there's lots of book options there. There's quick note series you can buy. We sell all sorts of books. And by sell them, well, no one buys them, but we try and sell all sorts of books. We got some Fire and Brimstone for you. Oh, that's this one. Oh, shit. Fire and Brimstone. You love Fire and Brimstone. You can get Fire and Brimstone. Go to Amazon.com. You search Shyzabox books. Some of them might even pop up. These are like quick note series. Unless you put like notes in people's pockets or lunches. You probably don't want those ones. Unless you want to just buy stuff. We take money of all kinds in exchange for books. But Pickled Punk Philosophy, that one's pretty good for, punk rockers or anyone that just wants to, get in touch with the philosophical side of whatever it is. Or if you do like chapter books, kid chapter books, we got a couple offerings. I don't think we got the other one. We don't have meatballs on Mondays here, but we do got Secret Demon Drop here, and they're both available there on Amazon. Hey! We worked mostly hard on these. Fair enough. Thank you for the one love heart. Yes, excellent. That green one looks glorious. Yes, absolutely. So, if you likes your philosophy, this one's our baby, okay? As philosophers, we monographed a term lectin, okay? Old philosophical term, okay? Pre-Socratic, okay? Before Socrates and Plato and Aristotle and all those dudes, okay? Pre-Socratic term, we monographed that, and we actually, did some philosophizing, okay? That's why it says, do you even philosophy, bro? Because this is some advanced meta-philosophy. Now, of course, we only minored in philosophy. We don't hold a doctorate. But when we do cosmological philosophy, there's only one school with which offers a doctorate degree. It's way the hell out in California, and we're not paying $250,000 to go chase a piece of paper to be taught that of which we wrote. Blah, blah, blah. This is some advanced meta-philosophy for anyone who loves some philosophy and is like, oh, well, that sounds like it's not going to be fun to read. You're absolutely right. Yes, laughter warranted. That's why we toned down the philosophical mumbo-jumbo a little bit, okay? And that's why we had to kind of write Pickled Punk Philosophy. It's a smaller philosophical read that is a little more, geared towards a run-of-the-mill philosophical approach. Is it like epistemology? It's more along the lines of our own philosophical practice, Shyzalosophy, okay, which has many a component versed all throughout it, okay? Now, the thing about it is that our philosophical practice, Shyzalosophy, all right, it is a living philosophical practice. Hence, we are currently living, all right? The practice itself is open-minded to being wrong. Yeah, that's what sets it aside and apart from a lot of other philosophical practices that are grounded in what they deem as truth or the oneness or the whole or whatever they want to ground their philosophical ideology within, okay? They are always set in stone. They're always, this is this, because of this, and they stand on a pedestal and lord it as if it were the most correct factual thing ever. Well, with things like meta-philosophy, and when you're playing in, and we can't point this out enough, Aristotle said that things like, astrophysics and stuff like that, and all the components, okay, of all of the cosmological aspects and components of astrology, cosmology, all that stuff put together, all right, is one of the most important types of, philosophical ideologies that there is or exists, all right? That's because when you're playing in the meta of the what could be, the what should be, the what can be, all right, it is very, very, very complex, and the more that you tweak it, the more that you pull on strings of it, and the more that you try and justify different components thereof it, the more advanced, the more complex, and the more intricate it gets as you try and weave little patterns all throughout the metasphere, okay, or the metaverse, or however you want to call it, the parallel worlds. If you want to get into quantum mechanics and things of that nature, then you can. But inherently, it's geared around our philosophical practice of Shyzalosophy, which is a living philosophical practice, which then in turn can be open-minded to being wrong and pivoting and changing whereas it needs to. However, it is rooted and based in a very, very strong faith-based foundation, which anyone who is a practitioner or trying to affiliate it, correlate it within one's own lifestyle or choices and things of that nature, as long as you have a moral foundation, doesn't matter what it is, okay, doesn't matter from where it lies, where it comes from, or anything like that, then you're able to, in essence, make it a symbiotic relationship between that of your core values and that of the philosophy itself, with which you can approach and, take on a life and or what you want to do. Yes, love hearts, we deserve them. Let's see, what are we missing? Can you please give me the name of the book so I can search on Amazon for it? Yes. So the best bet is to search for Shyzabox books, okay? Shyzabox books. However, this one, if you're talking about the green one, it's called Delectable, okay? D-E, and there's a hyphen, lectable. Now, Amazon's a little weird with self-published authors because they don't like people to find them. You got to do your own marketing, your own advertising, your own everything, right? Turns out it does equate to some work. But if you search Shyzabox books, that's generally where people find the most luck. However, the book title is Delectable, D-E, space with a hyphen, L-E-K-T-A-B-L-E, Delectable, okay? Now, if you want the, pickled punk philosophy, the more kind of toned down or whatever, that one obviously is, pickled punk philosophy. Either way, that's within where they reside. But yeah, so the advanced meta philosophy, self-published, all right, there are inherently in the first run and whatnot, we've encountered at least 6 or 7 little typo errors. Sorry about that. We'll fix them in future iterations, but we have to preface that. We can't have you going into it and stuff being like, oh, well, it looks interesting, but this asshole doesn't know how to spell 6 of these words. I don't like it. Yeah, fair enough. We've never been much of the speller, but believe you me, if there's something about doing your own writing, proofreading, editing, layout, design, copyright, publications, all through self-publication, promotion, everything like that, you tend to miss 6 or 7 effing words and it comes back to haunt you. No, we will live with it. We will fix it in future iterations. Just kidding, there's no typos in there. No, there are. Hey. Work harder. Shyzabox like that? No, Shyzabox. Shyzabox. S-H-Y-Z-A-B-O-X. Like that. You don't need the oodlaus. Shyzabox. Just like that. Shyzabox. And then you'll do a space. Books. B-O-O-K-S. Yes, love hearts. For me. But yes, anyhow, we got poetry on there and stuff, We're not saying it's good, but we're saying it's available. So, it shouldn't be. Well, buy it out of stock. Then it won't be. Look, we even have poems about Bob Ross. Ooh, Bob Ross poem. Tom Cruise, George Burns, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Whitney Houston. You have poems about all of these in this poetry book? Oh, we sure do. Chuck Norris poem? Bill Gates poem? Oh. A poem about fish? Oh. What? A Mark Zuckerberg and a Donald Trump poem? Oh, there's no way there's a Donald Trump poem in here. Yeah, there is. It's right there. Oh, I couldn't see it. Your hand was in the way. Oh, you got to buy it. No, man. Someone else buy it and tell us. Well, every philosopher needs to have a book on poetry out, or they're not a true philosopher, right? That's why, yes, we have our monographing of advanced philosophical terms, but obviously we had to write a poetry book. Now, come on, Internet. Everyone loves poetry. Oh, fair enough, Internet. But we like poetry. You guys are jerks, Internet! No! Fair enough. We deserve it. What can we say? It's what we get. It's why we wrote kids' chapter books, too. Because we realize that not everyone wants to philosophize, okay? Not everyone wants pickled punk philosophy. Not everyone wants... Well, Amazon don't really like this book. This is Fire and Brimstone. If you don't like the Jesus, you ain't gonna like this book. It has Jesus in it. Line in the sand. We try and offer something for everyone, okay? Because we realize a lot of people don't want any of it. Okay, but in order to keep these shows free, right? We need to, peddle our wares. But now, that's where you come in, Internet. No. Come on, Internet. You guys buy all sorts of shit. Yeah, that's right. And with Christmas coming up, holidays, Thanksgiving, when's the last time that you've brought a gift to someone for Thanksgiving? Probably never. Sometimes people bring like a bottle of wine. Buy one of our books and bring them that. You can even read it first and don't tell them that you did. It's 2 gifts for the price of 1. 1 for yourself and 1 for a re-gift. See, we're saving you money, Internet. Granted, you're spending a little bit of it, but who cares? It's your money, not ours. We knew you'd celebrate that, Internet. Alas, we've shifted many a gear from talking of that of which is way more important than us, which is Veterans Day. No one needs to care about that of our literary works unless they're buying it for a veteran today. Hey, veterans love poetry while they're in foxholes. Maybe you should get them some. Or maybe these, combat troops were some punk rockers. Maybe they want some pickled punk philosophy. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe they need to find Jesus. Blah, blah, blah. We sell it. You buy it. We try and sell it. Maybe you buy it. Close enough. Where were we, Internet? Yes. Veterans Day. The day that should have long since been a holiday. That has not been. The day that is now, hopefully, poised and primed and set up to maybe at least take on the discussion thereof of having it constantly remain a complete holiday, a complete day off. Shut it down, close it down, start affiliating that of campfire, barbecue, hot dog roasts. I don't know what the proper way to celebrate Veterans Day is as of yet, because we already kind of do the fireworks thing and, barbecuing on 4th of July. And as the weather gets colder in the end of the year, where do you generally then try and set up a Veterans Day type party? Where would you go in the realms of aesthetics, food-wise, everything like that you would have or that you would want, okay? Now, we're guessing for a great Veterans Day party, most of these people are, let's say, nostalgic, okay? They get together and you see them chat about their war stories, things of that nature. So, we're going to venture out on a limb and guess the best type of cuisine to have at a Veterans Day party. MREs. You just ship them in. A bunch of them. Old ones. Really old ones. The flavors that are about to go, right? The ones that come with the chiclet gum and the toilet paper. They probably all still do. Doesn't matter. But we're guessing that if you're having a Veterans Day party, you're going to want to have a bunch of MREs as the only source of food everyone can have. And don't even open them, or open them all, and scratch out any indication of what could be in it. Then it's like a mystery MRE Veterans Day party. It's like, hey, what'd you get? I got 2 things of fucking peanut butter. Trade me 1, I got 4 crackers. No, I just want peanut butter. I knew what the package looked like. Point is that we're guessing they all love MREs, and that's what they would want to eat. You don't need a barbecue. Do that on the 4th of July. Can't do that. Can't do a Thanksgiving dinner. That's at Thanksgiving. You got to hold out another couple weeks for that one. That's why you got to just have whatever you kind of come up with and deduce, which all logical reasoning points to getting MREs, laying them out on a table, inviting a bunch of veterans over and be like, hey, Veterans Day party, MREs are ready to eat. Heat them up. You don't want to eat them cold. Or you do. Maybe it's something that doesn't taste good heated up. Like any of it. I don't know. Yes, that was funny. Laughter warranted, internet. But believe you me, if there's one thing they probably don't want to eat, cuisine-wise, it's probably MREs. So you should probably do something else instead. Don't listen to that last thing that we had given you advice on. There's no way they want MREs. So, probably not a good idea. Or it is a great idea. I don't know. Maybe they are nostalgic for it. They are like, hey, I sure could go for that taste of meals ready to eat that I used to have too many of that I didn't want. They're about to expire. Uncle Sam said, hey, better pass these out. We're going to lose our money on them. So, that's what happens. But neither here nor there. But, internet, as we commence with drinking from the skulls of our enemies, and we round down our Chatty Coffee Crew hangout session, things of that nature, we do want to thank all ones of you for stopping by, hanging out, talking about that of our literary works and endeavors, things that we have on the, market of marketplaces, things of that nature. And we enjoyed talking about that of Veterans Day and things as well. Believe you me, if there's one other component or aspect of kind of Veterans Day that we would like to talk and mention and go over, it's not only that it should have been a holiday for some time. It's not only that parties need the cuisine, and so far MREs are in the running, okay, as being the top kind of foremost meal to have at said parties. But wherein then we need to talk about, does it lie that you extend your gratitude, your thanks, right? Do you make phone calls to those that you know? Do you say it in person every time that you see them? Do you begin to only say thank you for that of your service around the servicing time of that of Veterans Day? A blanketed thanks needs to be, of course, inherently, universally given at all times and points, okay? Yes, the servitude with which they provide, right, does provide a service of which is needed, okay, for a sovereign nation, a sovereign state, okay, a sovereign group of entity, okay? So wherein then would you want to have everything lie component-wise of how often and in what forms of thanks and gratitude you give? Text messages, cards in the mail, like we said, phone calls, things of that nature, or just in person. Kind of hard to ascertain. But believe you me, no matter what, as long as you take the stride or the steps to do it, whatever you're doing, even if you're making a card by hand to just give to someone, or picking up a meal for someone, or as a business, maybe giving away a meal or something, okay? There are ways to go about showing appreciation that is well justly due and well greatly, contributing to that of which gives thanks as a whole. So, believe you me, as long as the thankfulness is there, hopefully it conveys and portrays as the gratitude that is well-deserved and justly due, universally at all times. No! Hopefully as well universally they'll get a federal holiday on the works. That's right, Internet. And from thence on out, bow, it'll be a federal holiday. That's right. Nothing like a day off of having a day off. So, there you go. Anyhow, that's about going to do it for us, Internet. So if you want to get out of here before us, now's your chance. Go ahead. Feel free to hit the road. Log on out. So we're going to be polishing this off and then getting out of here ourselves. Believe you me, we've got some veterans to thank. They've done a wonderful service for allowing us to do what we do. Done a wonderful service in allowing you to do with which what you do. That's right. So, there you go. Coffee. Yes, the show's over. We don't need your subscription. We want your money. Go to Cash App. Give us a buck. Go to Amazon. Buy one of our books. Downvote the shit out of this and go do one of those. Get off our lawn.